So, today's topic, junior year. A lot of people have told me that junior year is maybe one of the most important years because it's kind of when you start to take the SATs and the ACT, and it's also the grade that colleges will mainly look at to see how you did in your classes and maybe what after school activities you did and how high you or low if you scored low on your ACT or SAT. Now, for me, I need to step my game up for junior year because really, it's not happening. I bombed the first 2 years of high school. I really did. Like, I was like a C student, making sure I got C's, and I was like, well, I have a C. That's good enough. I'll get somewhere with it. No, I won't get anywhere with those C's. I went to a taekwondo class with my friend because her sisters do it still. And she had me talk with her sensei, and he was talking to us about how high of a GPA you need to get into schools and what kind of after-school activities you should do in order to make sure your GPA is well balanced along with after-school activities and stuff like that. And I was over here thinking, whoa, my GPA is pretty low at the moment. How am I supposed to get it up there without taking those AP classes? Because those will kill me. And really, I was like, whoa, hold up. I kind of want to get into a good college, and I want to be able to do something with my life and make my parents proud. And the way I was going about school was definitely doing anything but making my parents proud. If anything, they were worrying, saying, you're not going to be able to go to college. You're not going to be able to have a life with these grades. And I was like, they're actually right. For once, my parents are right. Surprise there. Your parents are right. You always think they're wrong. No, they are right because they've lived through this stuff. I mean, they went to school when we had no Google. I don't know how they survived without that because, if anything, I need Google. Google is my life. I don't trust Bing. That name does not, I don't trust it. I don't. But, off topic. Anyways, back on topic. For me, school affects my life in a big way because there are lots of things I can't do unless I make sure my grades are right in school. And for example, I do color guard and winter guard. And my dad was getting ready to take me off of winter guard this season because of my grades last year. And my grades were not I had 2 F's in 2 of my classes. My dad was oh so mad. I was surprised I even stayed for color guard. I thought he was just going to take me right off that field, be like, nope, you're not spinning that flag anymore. And I was like, oh, please don't do it, Dad. Please, I need color guard. For the people out there that know what color guard and winter guard are, guard is life, all day, every day. Because seriously, all day, every day, I spin my flag or my rifle. I don't have a saber yet, but I'm hoping to get one soon. But anyways, still off topic. For me, I know there's people out there that are like, oh, school's bad, it's boring. Yeah, I get it. School is very boring. I want to fall asleep all the time, but I can't. I need to make sure, because I'm 17, going on 18. I can't be falling asleep in class knowing that I have a test in 2 days and I need to study. Like, going to sleep is not the option. No. And then I'm also getting 3 little kids. My family, we might be adopting 3 of our cousins. And they're all younger than me. And if they come to this house, I want to set a good example for these kids. I don't want to be like the family they're leaving and give them a bad example saying, yeah, it's good to fall asleep in class. It's good to make C's and D's. No, I want to be that sibling that sets out a straight path for them, being like, yeah, you need to study. You need to stay awake in class. And you need those A's and B's to pass. I mean, my brother, one of my brothers, he was smart as mess in school. He was in IB classes. I don't even know what IB is, because I don't think my school does it. But still, I don't even know what it is. He had A's and B's. He did after-school activities as well. He barely studied. And I was like, I want to be that sibling. I want to be the one where the younger siblings look at me and they're like, I want to be able to do what you're doing. Because I've never said it to my brother's face now. I'm like, I don't want to be like him. He's him. I'm me. No, I need to start thinking like, yeah, I want to be like him. Because I want to get those grades that he got. But obviously, my brain's not built like his. So in order for me to get those grades, I have to stay awake and study, just like lots of people out there have to do. Now, I know some have to work harder than others because maybe they have a learning disability. I get that because I myself have a learning disability, and it affects me in school. And not only in school, but out of school. When I have to go to practice, I zone out sometimes, which is not good when you're near people tossing rifles who haven't tossed rifles before. It's very dangerous, very. If you zone out, you might get hit. I advise not zoning out. But still, people need to get their act together. And the people in my school aren't getting their act together. Like, there were these two girls fighting. Like, no, stop fighting. Go home and fight. At school, don't fight. Do your work. There you go. Instead of fighting, do your work. Pay attention to your work. You don't have to pay attention to whatever he or she said. There you go. Problem solved. No fights will happen. But do people think like that? No. I don't know why they don't. But maybe they need to have a little epiphany like I did. Or maybe they need to go talk to my friend Sensei. He will knock some sense one way or another into those people, because he scared me. He scared me, because now I'm doing things I've never done. I actually take notes in class. I haven't fallen asleep in any of my classes since school has started. I study at home, like, without being told or forced to study. I actually study. Right now, I am on an AB honor roll because of how I've changed my tactics in school. That's a first. I've never been on AB honor roll because I would have a C in the way, or a D, maybe an F, if I actually did not like that class and fell asleep. And I have classes that I do not like. Well, I shouldn't say that. I have an English class. The teacher is really cool, but I do not like the work he gives us. It's a lot of work. I don't like it. But I do it anyways. I sit there and be like, oh, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to put it off, procrastinate. No, I don't do that. I go home. I start on it right away. I make sure I write down my homework in my calendar. I didn't do that last year, so I would forget what homework I had. Nope. Every day I make sure to write it down in my calendar, so when I get home, oh, my parents asked me what homework I have. Let me pull my calendar out and tell you. Oh, look, I have a project to do for English, a project for creative writing, I have a test to study for in chemistry, and I have no homework for forensics. That's pretty good if I mean, I used to be come home and be like, I'm pretty sure I have a test coming up, but I'm not entirely sure. Now I'm just like, off the bat, I know what I have to do. I have a bigger calendar hanging up in the wall in my room. I have every date down, all my due dates, my test dates, my project dates. I have all my dates down. But I don't have any personal dates. You know, single life, it's the struggle. But, yeah, school is, to me, very important. I want to be able to go to college with those good grades and then do good in college. So that way, when I apply for a job, they'll be like, oh, look at how good she did in school, and then look at how good she did in college, even though she had all these after-school activities. And she still managed to keep these great grades. Like, that's something they're going to want, a person who is hard-working. If you're over there at school having fights and stuff, they're not going to be like, oh, yep, let's see, assault on a police officer, assault on a teacher, assault on a student. Yeah, we should definitely hire this person. No, they're not going to hire you. Burger King or, yeah, just Burger King might hire you, because nobody likes Burger King. No offense to the people who work at Burger King. McDonald's is the best. I'm just throwing it out there. McDonald's all day, every day. If I had an off-campus pass, I would go to McDonald's, but I would not come back to school. So I guess it's a good thing I don't have an off-campus pass. And yeah, that's basically all I have to say about today's topic on junior year and school in general. I hope this has been useful to anybody out there. If it hasn't, well, maybe you should stop watching my videos, because this is how it's going to be. But other than that, have a good day. And see y'all when I see y'all.